Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to my Splinter Cell Blacklist Briggs 4E side mission walkthroughs for Ghost Perfectionist. Been a while since I've done these. Apologize for that. That is because I was having a spot of trouble trying to find some people to help me out with these. Anyways, I am going to be Briggs, and I am going to be accompanied by my good buddy Jordan, who is going to be helping me out for the remainder of the missions. And he is very, very talented at going stealthy, so I'm glad to have him, especially for the later missions. And we are just staying undetected and not killing anybody, which is what we have to do anyway right now, so we're just remaining and maintaining the status quo, I guess. And I chucked that guy out the window. And you want to be careful about whether or not you come into this room here, because sometimes there will be another guy in there. And you just really got to be careful, because those guys out there can spot you, or the guy in the window right in front of me here could spot you. And I kind of go a little bit crazy with the gadgets off the bat here. I threw a sleeping gas grenade at those two before, but not to worry, because even though this is a longer mission, if you mess up or you have to retry back to checkpoint, you will get all of your gadgets back, even if you are on Perfectionist. So that is good. That is a useful little tip there. And for this part, you want to wait until that truck goes by so that you're not in the light while you're knocking this guy out. And want to wait until this guy gets past those headlights. Knock him out over there. And there'll be a couple guys behind that truck there. And that truck is where the dead drop is. It's in the trailer of that, but I already collected it, so it doesn't show up for me. And Jordan will stay on the left side there while I go around the right. And obviously you want to take out the snipers first, just to make sure they don't spy you knocking out anyone else. And as you can see, Jordan is on the left side dealing with the other one there. And we're just mopping up. There really has to be a lot of communication going on between the two of you. And I understand that it could be pretty hard, considering some of you have no choice but to search for random teammates online. Because I know, like, some of your friends, this is a bit of an older game. This came out October last year, so a lot of your friends may not have it. Yeah, and there's a glitch going on here. It was glitching up for us. I don't know whose connection was doing what, but it made things hilarious. So anyways, yeah, if you guys are having trouble finding a teammate, just put a comment on these videos. I read all the comments, and just invite me and I'll help you guys out. Not a big deal. I love playing Splinter Cell, and there are always tons of different ways for you to complete different objectives. And yeah, this camera shouldn't be acting this way, and I accidentally shoot it with a loud weapon. Usually what you would want to do is shoot it with an EMP chaff from your crossbow, one of those bolts. Anyways, so goggles are still out, and this is where you want to take out that guy. And these cameras, they don't really matter. There's no one left really, but just want to be safe, so I take out my silenced assault rifle, my SC-1000, I believe, or SC-2000. Kind of reminds me of the old assault rifle in the older Splinter Cells, the ones that had all the gadget attachments on them. So while Jordan goes over there and grabs A, I will grab B, and we'll both cut the power here. Infiltrate our way into the missile plant. And these 3 guys will come out. And you can either evade them or knock them out. I chose to evade them just so we would for sure get the ghost points, because last time we evaded them and we got Panther for some reason, which is weird. And yeah, it's glitching out there a bit, but you can just throw a sleeping gas grenade and you'll get the same reaction there. And you want to avoid these landmines. You can put on your sonar goggles if it makes it easier for you. You don't have to crouch and go slow beside them at all or anything like that. And it was really funny. Jordan actually got blown up on one of those landmines last time. It was hilarious. Just the way his body fell. It was pretty funny. Anyways, right at this moment, you'll see me switch from Briggs to Sam here. And the reason for that being, see, I'm Sam now. The reason for that being is that we had to do a reshoot for this part because the video file got corrupted. But this is basically the exact same thing that happened in the original. So the video file got corrupted from here into where you use the laptops later on in this level. So you'll just see me play as Sam for about a quarter of this level. And yeah, just follow the same route and you should be just fine. And cleared all those guys. You want to make sure you clear the majority of them, before the lights turn back on. Actually, you can shoot out the lights as well if you want to do that, but they will grow suspicious of those lights going out. So just be wary of that. It says lethal force is now authorized, but that's no fun, right? And we want a challenge.
There's a retinal scanner on the door.
Grim, can we get Charlie to unlock this door?
Delay the order. There's no time. Little help?
One, two, three.
Nice.
Okay, so now we have made it inside the missile plant, and we are trying to secure the nuclear warhead. And there'll be quite a few guys in here, but if you follow the route that I took, it is quite easy to knock them all out unseen. And this is also where the laptop is. You'll find it on the left side in that little side building there. The side room, sorry. The little server room. I'll show you. And I wonder what would happen if you shot those. I wonder if the mission ends or whatever. I'm very curious. I haven't tried that. I might try that in another instance, but lethal force. Bah humbug. And after you knock all these guys out, if you want, you can shoot out all the lights in anticipation of other guys entering the room. But really, if you don't really want to do that, just because if you do accidentally mess up, then you're going to have to take out all those lights all over again. And it's just a lot of work and really isn't necessary. You can just easily, depending on the gadgets you have equipped, you can easily just knock all these guys out one by one as they walk in. But yeah, definitely have your sleeping gas grenades equipped and proximity shockers equipped, just for when those guys enter the doorways one after another, they'll just drop like flies. Besides the juggernaut guys, of course. And right there where I'm aiming, that is the laptop for you to hack. Of course, I already got it. And yeah, I took out all the guys in this room. Jordan was falling asleep on the job there. Isn't that right? No. Okay, so those guys are all taken out. And before they turn on the crane here, we want to do some protective measures. So we will throw a proximity mine right over here on the right. And this guy joined the party. Thank you for ruining that. I appreciate it. And Jordan is just grabbing the laptop right now. He hasn't gotten it yet. Gotta wait on him. Come on. Come on, Briggs. Type faster. And he is going to turn on the crane, and then I will be ready, aimed down at this door for some guys to run in. And they'll run in one after another. I like to throw a sleeping gas grenade, which will linger longer than the sleeping gas darts. And boom, those guys got knocked out. And the fifth one is from the proximity mine over here. And these guys will be all bunched up looking at his body. And beautiful. 3 guys, one bolt. Awesome. Okay. So now I'm going to ask Jordan to get ready on the warhead here. And he's going to run over there. And then I go all the way over to the opposite side of the missile plant. And this is the second stage. And here I feel confident in our abilities to finish the level off pretty well. So I begin shooting the lights out. And not that it really matters, because a couple of these guys that walk through this door are night vision goggle users. So just keep that in mind. You know, even if you shoot the lights out, you're not invulnerable. And I get ready. I tell them, okay, go. I'm ready to go. There'll be some guys coming out here and some coming out below me on the right there, where we walked in. So I save my sleeping gas grenade and use my bolt instead. And see, if I threw the grenade, I would have gotten those 2 that ran in front of the juggernaut there, but that's okay. And Jordan doesn't really want to fight at all. He waits patiently here. He starts fighting after we hack the laptops, and see, I get that nice little proximity shocker. And I think I can get this guy. He's coming a bit closer to me, so I can... Yeah, you gotta be careful moving in between those railings there. You want to make sure that you have some quality cover. And one thing you want to hear is, come help me search. Because that means these guys will go back to back and they'll get closer to each other, which is good for me, so I can make use of my crossbow bolts and get a 2-for-1. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And this juggernaut's going to come right in, say hello, and I drop on him and pull a Batman. I'm Batman. And then go off into the night. No. Okay, so Jordan's good over there. He's going to come right on down. And this is where it turns back into me being Briggs. Because this is where the rest of my first playthrough was incorrupt. So, or not corrupted. Me have good English. Yeah, so we get ready for this. Jordan starts shooting out some lights just for some of those guys. And you can not shoot out the lights above you, unfortunately. Kind of sucks. We test that, just make sure we can or can't. Yep, okay. And so we feel like we're ready. And what you want to do is, after you start this laptop hack, is run behind you and to the right. Or, oh, no, sorry. That's what we did a lot of other times, and we kept screwing up. So definitely come up here. And then a bunch of the guys will run to where the laptops were. And as you can see, we have screwed up on this, so I have full gadgets again. And you can get spotted, but all you have to do is just, yeah, see that guy walking ahead of there? That was a bit of a glitch. You can get spotted, you just want to make sure that you run away from those guys. And I believe we get 1 or 2 combat knockouts, but honestly, with 2 players, it's a little tricky to maintain the whole full ghost scenario. I maintain it, but Jordan goes a little shoot crazy, which I can't blame him for. You know, it's kind of frustrating having to retry over and over again for Ghost Perfectionist. So that Juggernaut's coming a bit closer, and more guys will pour in up at the top there. If you want, before you hack the laptops, you can actually just throw some proximity shockers up top there. I don't know if that'll be a waste here or not, but I don't know how many people it'll get because they come one by one usually. So just want to slowly make our way around. And there we go. Jordan is whistling, so he baits some people. And see, we're definitely working as a team here, you know? You got to make sure that you're playing with somebody who has experience with the game, obviously. That's a given. And who has a microphone, because if they don't have a microphone, even if they hear you or not, they can't relay information back to you. So yeah, I get the drop on this guy. Jordan deals with that guy up there, I think. No? Oh, he's marking them. See, that's something I don't do. That's something I forget to do until someone else does it. I'm like, oh yeah, you can mark people in this game. Interesting. Which I found to be a really cheap thing in Splinter Cell Conviction. I thought that was way less of a stealth game than this. I think that this game definitely went back to the roots of Splinter Cell. So, yes, you can hop up on here. Okay, that guy's hopping up and down in joy. He's like, yay, all my teammates are getting knocked out, yay. You'll notice little glitches here and there just because I think I was I was uploading a video while this whole recording was going on. So, yeah. We're narrowing down our search here. So you just want to not shoot at anybody, especially if they're around someone else, because they will make a beeline towards you. And you want to, like, throwing sleeping gas grenades is okay, as long as no one's looking directly at you when you do it. And yeah, if you're gonna shoot them with those darts, make sure that they are by themselves. And again, use the Scooby-Doo rule. I'm sure I've told you guys what it is in my past videos. And then after all this is said and done, you will have a nice little Michael Bay part to complete. And yeah, pretty easy level as far as these co-op levels are concerned. Not much more else to add there. So I will see you next video, and thanks for watching, guys.
All targets down.
It just said 2 hostiles on, Really?
Sam, Briggs, you need to get out now.
Need a little more direction than that, Grim.
Keep following the missile. It'll pull past the door that leads to the hangar. You can exfil from there, if you hurry.
Got it.
Hang on a minute. I gotta hack this lock or you're not getting through. Okay, I popped the lock. You can keep moving.
Waiting on you.
All right, let's go.
much.
I can hear Voron and the locals mixing it up, Grim.
Don't worry about them. Just get out of there before those doors close.
Yeah.
Keep moving. The doors are closing. Charlie can't hold those doors open. Run.
Shit. We're surrounded. I guess we should get to work on our alibis.
Grim. Prepping the skyhook.
Copy. Chopper's inbound.
Hang on to me.
Resource transfer complete.
Jesus Christ. So even